13 Charlotte, USA Dance workshop, and we're starting with smooth and standard technique. The simple combination of figures we've started with today are for the man to face diagonal wall and do a prep step into the natural turn in the waltz, and then a right foot close change, and a reverse turn, followed by a left foot close change, and then we start again with a natural turn. In dancing that amalgamation, we've talked about a bunch of principles. First of all, we talked about bodies that are overtoned versus undertoned naturally. So people who have kind of low energy bodies need to think of activating more. People who tend to be overactivated, some people who are told relax a lot, would be overactivated, overtoned. So figure out which you are and compensate for that. Dancing needs to be the perfect balance between the two. So you have to have really great posture. It has to be supported, but it has to be relaxed, shoulders down. Activated arms out to the side, but don't be too rigid. It has to be flexible. Legs that are soft and flexible. So think undertoned legs in a sense. For some people, undertoned legs is a bad way to think about it because they're already not doing anything with their legs. So do remember, we do all heavy lifting with our legs. That's what does the work in dancing. Once we set up this undertoned, overtoned dichotomy, then we talked about the alignment of the arms. Get your elbows wide to the side, the wider the better. Then, when you turn your body to the right towards your partner, your left elbow will be aligned with your spine, your back, and the right elbow is going to be aligned with your sternum, with your front. So the left elbow is always a little bit behind, the right elbow is a little bit in front. That's a really important distinction to make because men have a problem of pulling the right arm back and taking space away from the woman. Women have the problem of dancing backward and pulling their arms back. And again, particularly her right elbow needs to stay in front of her body. Then we talked about other things to do while dancing to get the most out of your dancing, such as make sure you're monitoring your own elbow level. So women should not let their elbow level fluctuate. They hold it up for themselves. Typically in international style dancing, we start with a figure which turns right, and it shapes to the woman's left, and typically she drops her elbow. Likewise, the man dancing that same figure will shape to his right and drop his elbow. So watch out for the first figure of the dance. Make sure you keep your elbows up. And then we talked about the importance of the woman swinging the man by. At all times, we're turning. When we're turning, someone is passing someone. Whoever is going backward needs to be thought of as the power partner. The person going forward has the distance. The person going backward has the power. That's generally the opposite of the way people talk about it. Usually we think of the person going forward as being the power dancer. But I'd like to have two engines going at all times. So he is driving forward if he's going forward, and she's swinging him by. Again, heavy lifting is always done with the legs. So ladies, you're thinking about your body doing it, and your hands are just bringing him along. That's going to take a little bit of practice. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. Whatever you do, keep doing it. It's something that's really important to do. Unless you're dancing socially with someone who's not at that level. So socially, things have to be quite a bit more passive. But the better you are, the more active you are. And one more thing we were talking about was the angling of the body. Besides the typical angling of turn your body to the right, when we do that angling of the body to the right, the lady's head is to the left, and we feel this opposition. If she goes to promenade, it's the opposite opposition. Her right lat goes forward, and her head goes to the right. So really important for the women to feel oppositional torque in their bodies. That makes it feel good to dance. It feels like something beautiful is being done, and most importantly, you feel active. You don't feel like you're just kind of hanging out. So we want something that feels and looks beautiful and is very active.